What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Young Batman. You already know what it is. We out here dropping buckets, boy. Okay guys, we're back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about the Green Edition 360 Wave Process Brush. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's take a look at it. Alright, now that you've seen the brush, we're going to talk about presentation. Starting off with presentation, let's take a look at it. Obviously you see it's green. It's got the 360 Wave Process logo on there. Super dope. Nice candy green color. It's got an arch to it. And it has 10 rows. Rectangle. Once again, it's got the curve. It has black bristles. It's firm. I would say it's like a hard, not super hard, but like a medium hard or what have you. Pretty nice brush. It's got the grips on the side. It's kind of like a palm style, what have you. No handle. It's pretty dope. Now, what I can say about this brush, I'm doing a review on it to let you know how it's worked for me. I've been using it for a while before the review so that I can show you guys how it's worked and stuff like that. This is the most effective brush for 720 waves, but it's very effective for other patterns as well. And the reason why, for 720 waves, on a 720 wave pattern, or we'll say hybrid, because I have 720 waves as a hybrid because they slant and they're not fully vertical. Now I'm going to show you something. Check this out. Before we start brushing with it, I'm just going to show you something. When you rub your hair, you rub your pattern. On a 720, my pattern goes like this when I'm rubbing it, okay? And around this way, I'm rubbing it. And with my left hand, when I'm rubbing it, and around this way, and around this way. Now pause. You see my hand? You see how when I rub my pattern, I sculpt, my hand sculpts my head? Look at this. You see that? When you're hitting your angles with this brush, it has that, it sculpts to your head just like that on those angles. Now what we could say, like, so that means that when you're vertical brushing with this, you're pretty much able to line up your waves. Now this is not a curve. I wouldn't call this a curve brush. This isn't the regular curve brush. This is different because a curve brush is pointy, okay? Curve brush is pointy. This one is flat. And it might look different. That's one thing about this brush, it's different. There's no other like it so far. There's no other like it. So when I tried it out, I thought, you know, because I haven't really, like, you know, I said, let's see. And this brush is super effective for the 720s, which I'm going to show you how I've been able to perfect my angles because of this brush. I've been able to perfect my angles because of this brush, and when I use other brushes, I can see the way my hair wants to go because of the angles that I'm doing. Now we're going to pull the waves out in a bit, but I just want to show you, I just want to tell you that you're able to perfect your angles with this brush. Now if you're a 360 beehive and you're going to hit your top, you got this, it's going to sculpt your head just like this. You know what I mean? It's going to sculpt you just like that. Now if you're going to vertical your top, you can, but you're going to probably want to use the tips, okay? on each angle. You're probably going to use the tips when you're vertical on each angle on a 360 beehive. Now, if you're swirling, depending on how your slant is, you can vertical and use the whole thing on your vertical. The reason why I can use the whole thing on my vertical is because this whole side comes down just like the shape of it. Same thing in the back of my head, the same shape, and coming up this way, it's the same shape as the brush as my head, which is crazy. Now, whereas I tried vertical brushing with a curved brush, and I had to be careful, the pointy curved brush, I had to be careful when I was brushing with a vertical with a pointy curved brush. But this is different. This right here, you can pretty much brush any angle vertically. But depending on the shape of your head at that point, you're gonna use like this top portion of it. Now, there's some points where you can use the whole head. Like I can vertical brush my whole pattern with this brush the whole way. So I'm getting this whole circumference right here, which is insane. Now my pattern has been perfected. It's improved a lot because of this brush. Alright, so we're gonna bust the pattern out in a bit. And basically what I could say, this brush right here got my waves on swim. So I could say this is the best brush for 720 waves. Depending on your head, depending on you. But right now for me, this is the best brush for 720 waves. This is definitely in the rotation. This is like pretty much the hard, the hard. I use this as my hard / medium. Sometimes I just use it alone, or I'll throw it in the rotation or what have you. But I'm gonna show you something. We're gonna get back, we're gonna pull the waves out, and we're gonna show you the angles and how to use this brush. We're gonna get unragged. We're not gonna really go into the whole box and everything. We're just gonna talk about the brush. We're gonna get into the brush, and we're gonna show you how the performance of this brush. You know what I mean? Because that's the most important thing, is the performance. And we're just gonna unrag right now and just show you the angles, what we doing, okay? Okay, so we unragged, we're peeled back, we got our 720s, and make sure you got your mirror so you can see the back of your head, you can see your angles that you're doing. So I'm gonna spin it around for you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and look at the pattern. Like I said, I've been actually training my crown open. I've been pulling it open to keep it nice and neat. It's a little sloppy right now, but it's not too bad. Now, we're pretty laid, so I'm not gonna go too crazy on the brush. And also you see how these lines here, you wanna, like I told you in the last review, you wanna focus and look at these lines. Well, when you're brushing straight, you wanna line these up with your waves. Like for example, I want to line it up on my waves, and I want to take my strokes down with it like that. Now this brush right here, I pretty much vertical brush with this thing, man. You see how I line it up with the waves? I line it up and I just drag it down on each stroke. There's still some forks in the front that we need to break, that are in the process of breaking, so we just want to line this thing, line them up with the forks. I'm sorry, line it up with the waves. And right here, you want to line it up with the waves. See, before I was drastically slanting my pattern, so therefore I could see that my waves were connecting because they were slanting while they're slanting. So you want to have you just want to go with it. And that's one thing with the 720s, you just want to go with the way your waves are going. And then when you get right here, you want to just follow it. You want to follow. You want to follow. You get what I'm saying? And then from here, you just want to follow. You just want to follow. You want to follow your waves with it. And the thing that really helped me out was on this side right here, I could see that my waves, the brush pretty much showed me that my waves wanted to be pulled straight across. Like before in the last video, I was telling you guys I was been trying to focus on drastically pulling it up, and it started making them a little sloppy. But now what you want to do is focus on dragging them across. You know, I'm just brushing lightly with it because I don't want to really lift my hair up because it's really laid right now. And you want to focus on pulling it across, right where they're going, right where they're going. And from your crown, same thing. You want to follow where they're going, just like so. You want to look at where they're at, and you want to start pulling them right where they are, right where they're going, right where they're going, right where they're going, and so on. Like if you're doing, you can get it like this too, but it's not cupping my head. That's why I feel like this brush is made for 720s, because when you vertical brush, it cups your head perfectly. And I never seen a brush that was curved like that cupped your head when you're vertical, which is insane, you know? So we're just hitting these. We're just hitting our angles just as the way the waves are coming. We're just hitting just like that. Now if you want, you can look at it from the other way, and you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. You know, cause I'm woofing, so my hair is lifting a little bit. So we just patting it down a little something as we go. Plastic bag or what have you. All I gotta say is when he comes out with a soft version of this, man, people are in trouble, man. A soft version of this brush right here, people are in trouble. Now you stack it with, you use this followed by your soft, game over, people. Game over. 360 wave process. Good job with this. This is a dope brush right here. Now guys, what he was thinking on this brush, he was pretty much thinking of a way of verticaling. Because when you have your top flat and it's arched like this, you got to find and see how it cups your head. He was thinking 720s because he told me he wanted to make a brush that was perfection to 720s. And this is it right here, because when the 720, you have that arch on your head where your waves are going, and that's when you're verticaling. Because verticaling is going to really stretch and pull your waves when you got all of this surface pulling. You know, like we got this one right here. We're going to work on trying to get this fork out. So just remember that. In the next video, you're going to see, let's see how long it takes that one to come out. Watch the other videos and see the updates. I got other videos. I'm gonna be doing some more brush reviews. And yeah, that's the 360 wave process brush, y'all. The green edition. That's pretty much it for the video, y'all. Thank you for watching. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to 360 wave process. Yeah, he's got a lot of knowledge, a lot of content. You can order this brush from 360waveprocess.com. Link should be in the description.